Hey guys, my name is Jamie and I am a first-year resident in emergency medicine. In my last video, I talked about the importance of sleep when it comes to learning and other cognitive functions like reasoning, memory, attention, and attainment of information. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'll put a link in the description box or you can check it out right here. So in today's video, I want to give you guys some tips on how to get better sleep. The key is practicing good sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is just recommended practices or habits you can do to promote better sleep. So let's start easy and then work our way up. My tip number one is to avoid blue light. Nowadays, our lives are full of screens. We have our smartphones, our laptops, TVs, tablets, e-readers, and now our watches even have screens on them. A lot of these screens emit blue light, and recent studies have shown that blue light suppresses melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone produced by our bodies, and its main function is to tell our bodies when to sleep and when to wake up. It's not easy to avoid screens since a lot of us are dependent on it for school or work. For me personally, I can't just simply avoid screens at night because a lot of my studying is done in the evening. But there are several ways to avoid blue light. For example, some professionals like designers, programmers, and other people who work with their computers all day long wear special glasses that block blue light, and studies have shown that they're effective. There are other ways to block blue light. In iOS, there's a setting called Night Shift that lets you adjust the color temperature of the screen to warmer colors at night. Admittedly, I can't say for certain if it blocks enough blue light to be significant, but what I can say for certain is that it's a lot less strenuous on the eyes. The same setting is also available on macOS under System Preferences, and there are similar third-party apps that lets you do the same thing on Android and Windows. Tip number two is watch your eating and drinking. To be a little more particular, I would say watch your coffee intake. As many of you guys know, I love coffee and I probably have too many coffee gadgets. And for me, if I'm having coffee, I try to have my last cup around 3 p.m. A good rule of thumb is to avoid caffeine for at least 6 hours before bedtime. And this, of course, is different for everyone. So some people are more sensitive to caffeine than others. So if you are, you probably have to have your last cup a little bit earlier. There are also a lot of foods that have caffeine in them, like protein bars, ice cream, tea, candy, and even hot chocolate. So I would keep this in mind if you're looking for a snack while studying or doing work. In addition, when it comes to eating, I would suggest not eating a big meal so close to bedtime. Some meals are harder to digest and that can hinder your sleep. So if you get hungry at night, I suggest snacking on foods that are easier to digest for your body. Tip number three is make your room conducive to sleeping. Like I mentioned before, light suppresses our melatonin production, so it's important that we keep our bedrooms dark. It also serves as a powerful cue to tell our bodies to wind down and rest. It's also important to keep quiet. Sometimes it's hard to avoid noise, especially if you live in the city. There's traffic and random city noises. So for that, I suggest wearing earplugs. A common concern when it comes to wearing earplugs is missing alarms, especially if you have an early morning. For me, they tend to fall out by the time my alarm goes off, so it hasn't been an issue. But if you're really worried, I would suggest wearing them over the weekend, engaging if you can get away with wearing them. Another tip to keep our bedrooms more conducive to sleeping is keeping it cool. When we sleep, our bodies decreases its temperature, so sleeping in a cool environment will help this process easier. The suggested temperature is between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's 18 to 24 degrees in Celsius. Tip number four is establishing a pre-sleep routine. I think having a pre-sleep routine can really help with sleep. This would be a good time to do something relaxing and help you unwind from the day, like taking a bath, reading a book, or even journaling to reflect on your day. For me, my pre-sleep routine includes cleaning Candy's litter box, washing my face, brushing my teeth, and checking the calendar for the next day. One more closing tip is having a consistent sleep schedule. I know that can be really difficult for medical students or residents, but sleeping and waking up at the same time sets our body's internal clock, so it would be best to keep waking up at the same time even on the weekends or on off days. So that's all the tips I have for getting better sleep. I hope you guys found this video useful. Please give some of the tips a try and let me know if you notice any difference in the quality of sleep that you get. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!